The second contestant,
Shaden Sharp.
shooter ready. The third contestant,
Amen Thompson.
next up deck, Jalen Johnson.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. Davis is out there with LeBron James, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Doncic, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, the music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in. Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star Game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it get you a standing O. Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And he makes that one. Baller's got his second basket.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
Poked loose and stolen by Lillard. Here's Baller, and he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
Now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now the East All-Stars with it. Here's Baller. No good on the triple. And so Doncic will bring it up for the West All-Stars. They trail by 1. Here's Santos. James defending. Lillard the pass to Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
The combination of size and elite athleticism on full display from Giannis there.
The West trails by 3. Ripped away. Down low. And it's Lillard missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. He thinks they need to focus on speeding up Nikola Jokic rather than trying to slow him down. Coach said Jokic dominates the game at his own pace, so we need to put more pressure on him and not allow him to play so patiently. Of course, that's easier said than done. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks.
He's so good at creating his own shot. He's just got an endless supply of moves. LeBron James.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for the East. And West also making a switch. Wembanyama's checked in. Towns a screen on Edwards. Here's Brown. Brown jams it in.
I'll tell you what, a lot of shimmying and rim rattling going on in this one tonight, guys.
These guys are spending more time in the air than they are on the ground, that's for sure.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one off the back iron and out. For 3, Mitchell. Wembanyama with the rebound. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the West. It's a 3-point game. Here's Doncic. The putback. Rebound by the East All-Stars. 54 seconds left in the first. Brown, good.
Okay, when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
The East leading by 22. Damian Lillard out there with Mitchell. Then there's Baller, and then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Towns in at center. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. Here's Baller, 18 points for him. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a deep 3. And James pulls it down. Mitchell's got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. And Doncic, here we go. It's good. 14 points for Luka Doncic.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Towns looking it over. Count it. Baller's got 20.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Doncic passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
Ball. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Anthony Edwards. And he knocks down the first one.
What you can't help but notice this half is how good they've been from the free throw line. Lights out.
And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Count that one. Curry's got his first 2 points of the night.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Here's Santos. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the East. And of everything... he's doing well. It's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star game.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star game, is it?
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the fourth quarter going. Doncic out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Edwards in at the 3.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately, Curry outside. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 5 assists in the game. To the paint, here's Santos. Drops in the layup for 2.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Doncic against Mitchell. Here's Santos. That shot is off. Davis with some nice D.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Doncic, no good.
Yeah, and they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. And some changes here for the East. Towns, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Baller in for Mitchell. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Jokic, he's checked in for Wembanyama. LeBron comes in for Edwards. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Stephen Curry. Here's Baller. Oh! And he slams it one-handed.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. The East leading by 21. Here's Baller. Lays it up and banks it in. Baller's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, it's looking more and more like the MVP award is a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, he looks like he's got that thing locked up at this point. He's been phenomenal.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes strong so far. It's good.
And the All-Star MVP award, always such a prestigious honor. And it's becoming clear who that honor is going to be bestowed upon this year.
And with the game he's having, it's hard to envision anybody else winning it.
Here's the teardrop. And it's Doncic missing.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
And really deep through that time. Lillard's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Gilgeous-Alexander against Lillard. Pass to Davis. Some nice passing here by the West. And the dunk by Doncic.
Can't let Doncic get the positioning he seeks, or he'll dunk all over you.
Here's Santos. Covered by LeBron. Santos, the pass to Baller. Here's Santos. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now, here's Doncic. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star Week.
Left side, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Baller. Here's Santos. Covered by LeBron. Lillard from outside. It's held in by Jokic. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Here's Baller. Giannis passes to Baller. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Doncic. Here's Baller. Can't get it to fall. So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? Huh? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.
to the top. Yeah.
Win. Fire. I retire when I expire. I'm in the truck like a spare tire. Not a dragon, but I spit fire. Volcano heat, not no little old. When I was in the trenches, looking at my life through different lenses. Like when my heart was full of vengeance. Not good, but bad intentions. Somehow the Lord kept me unharmed. Kept my head up under his arms. I had a cross for a charm. The chosen one when I was born. Real Stevens, I'm the proprietor. Waiting for my company to get acquired. 200,000 strong. One day I'll have enough to buy my grandchildren homes. Generational wealth. What you doing? Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Once I crystal the mic and get on top of the beat, it becomes an instant classic when he 40 speak. My lyrics poke out just like a widow peak. I go like I got petty to fetch, refuse to lose. Ain't no recess commercials or interludes. Right now I'm off my own. I'm at the crib. And it's this new to your. But I'm still not out of the woods yet. Even though that I'm. Project English is my language. Ghetto slang, broken English. It's hard to crack the code and distinguish. The art. Before rap, I was famous. What you doing? Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. Let's have at it. Congratulations. Enough money out here for all of us, man. Hello. Congratulations.
Coast made a wave.
You ain't with PNB Rock. You're not with me. You from New York, you ain't with Boogie. When I see you,
Paddock on my wrist, that's a bust down. All I know is get it up from uptown. Left him stuck down. Only because I'm up now. Only because I'm up now. She was with you first, but she with us now. All this LA, I think to be buzzed down. Oh, you for Gazy, let me find out. Oh, you for Gazy, let me find out. Oh, you for Gazy, let me find out. Nowadays, I get you lying now. Nowadays, be out of line.
Baby, on my wrist, that's a bust down. We just go to out, that's a touchdown. Call it black, that's a man down. We was out in traffic with that. Now on no static, king it tragic. Told them that one no get so drastic. Shaka be that thing, he got magic.
I don't cause they too fake. I put Boogie, I'm recording off of too fake. For a roommate, I called her, told her, say it's too late. I remember having on the E-way. Landed 22 call, I do a down, she using eBay. OTF, I use it each way.
OTF, HETF with new lay. I used to ride the 4, the ops was on the 2 tray. Don't call my phone no more, you not my boo thing. Don't call my phone no more, I'm having mood swings. Riding with that, that's my goonie. I be in my zone, I'm in my 2-3. I used to thought I was loopy. It's me and rockin' dirt, 2D. And yeah, we come in peace, don't want no drama. But when it comes And when they come to